Coming up on Cabela's Sporting Dog Adventures, we head to the great state of Kansas for their Kansas Governor's Ringneck Classic. Stay tuned for a great event and phenomenal upland action coming up next on Cabela's Sporting Dog Adventures.
Yeah, good girl.
Hey, pretty mama, go and grab the scatter gun. Rommel's looking like he's got one more good run. His hips are a little shaky, but his heart's still true. Oh, how that dog loves hunting with me and you. Sporting Dog Adventures, run, boy, run. Everything you need is here under the sun. Everything you need is here under the sun.
Northwest Kansas looks like a scene out of the Old West. Cattle, abundant wildlife, and diverse terrain. The habitat is great for deer, turkey, pheasant, and waterfowl alike. The Kansas Governor's Ringneck Classic is held annually to highlight the phenomenal upland hunting in the state of Kansas. Every year it's hosted in a different city, and this year our hunt takes us to Scott City, Kansas. The event is a competition with teams of 4 hunters attempting to harvest 16 birds from the start of the hunt at 9 a.m. to the end of the hunt at 4 p.m. Groups were provided with a guide, transportation, and dogs if needed. My team was comprised by my sons Clayton, Cole, as well as my good friend Andy McDaniels. We hit the field, powered by the dogs of Soggy Acres Retrievers. The day before the hunt, there was a separate competition shooting sporting clays. Unfortunately, 2 of my team members had a prior commitment, that being school. So myself and Andy McDaniels headed over to the sporting clays, and we got ourselves sharpened up, so we were ready for the hunt. The night before the hunt, all the groups got together for a dinner. There were prizes, there were several speakers listed. Unbeknownst to me, I was one of those speakers. This did give me a great opportunity to talk about the show and the wonderful upland hunting opportunities in the state of Kansas.
It will give us the opportunity to really show our viewers and the people in the outdoor community what everyone in the room already knows. That Kansas is a great destination and one of the top upland destinations in our country. My team is comprised of a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a man from Oklahoma. So we're going to do our best to represent our crew tomorrow on the field, and I wish everyone luck. Stay safe. Always keep in mind that our sport is not a growing sport. We need to get more young people, more new hunters involved. So even though it takes a lot, take some time to take new hunters out, and please, everyone enjoy the hunt tomorrow.
It was finally time for the upland hunt to begin. Ammunition, ready for the governor's hunt. The kids, dogs, and myself were excited and ready for the hunt. Coming up on Cabela's Sporting Dog Adventures, our team looks to get on the board with its first rooster pheasant. We're also going to bring you an effective tip that you can use with both young and experienced dogs.
Atta boy, good dog.
Cabela's Sporting Dog Adventures is brought to you by Cabela's, Heavy Shot, High Vis, Kansas Department of Wildlife, Parks and Tourism, Big Dog Mowers, Conquest Scents, Hadel's Game Calls, Headwater Seat Covers, Liberty Safe, Mech Shooting Sports, Mobile Strong, Pheasants Forever, Real Tree Dog Food, Vanishing Paradise, Tactican, and Soggy Acres Retrievers. This training tip is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hey, welcome to this week's training tip. This week, we're going to show you the importance of properly heeling your dog before they go out for a retrieve. When you take a dog out and they're about to retrieve, you want to make sure that, one, your lead foot that you're sending your dog from is pointed at the area of the fall. So that would be my left foot. You stick your left foot out and you want the dog's spine to be perfectly in line with your foot. So basically it'd look like this. The reason for that is when a dog takes off, if they take off on an angle, they're going to correct themselves. In an area of cover changes, which we'll show you later, a dog will struggle when they correct themselves on their line as they're going to the area of the fall. An easy drill for this is just working on your heeling with your dog. It's bringing him in, heel, heel, sit, good. Making sure he's properly aligned. Again, bring him over, heel, heel, sit. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna throw our bumper across. We can see our cover change. The dog's gonna have to go into water, which is low. The dog has cattails and the berm on the other side, and we're gonna put it so that you can see how we will be able to see the bumper, but from his view, it's gonna look like the bumper actually fell right behind the berm. We're gonna get him lined up with our foot. We're gonna put our foot to here, which is pointing right towards the retrieve, heel, good boy, sit. You can see how his spine is now in line and pointing the same direction as my foot. When he takes off, he is gonna naturally take a straight line to go do his retrieve, and he's gonna be right on the area of the fall.
Good dog. Good boy, hold it, heel.
If you do this yard work and get your dog so that he knows that heel means to be properly aligned with his spine, pointing the same direction as your lead foot, you're gonna have him in a lot better position to be successful in the field. That's this week's training tip. Now back to the hunt. This part of Kansas is filled with a lot of history, culture, and local attractions. Now you're quite the artist. You really do a great job depicting Kansas through your artwork. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
God-given talent. I started doing wildlife years ago. Was given the chance by some incredible men and women to form Jerry Thomas Publishing, and they were able to take my artwork worldwide, and with that inspiration, I was able to get the gallery built here, and everything is moved forward and had a tremendous success and been very honored. William H. Lewis that died in the battle.
Well, we just made our first push. We put a couple hens up. So now we're gonna get set back up and push back down the same field. It's fun. You guys ready?
Yep. Hunt him up.
Rooster! What was that?
Not paying attention to what that was.
How'd that go? Was it the bird was too close, or did it? He had his talons out and you got scared, or you waited for him to get away so he wouldn't hurt you?
Yeah. I was a little. It scared me a little.
That happens.
It was those talons.
Yeah. I always have a good time hunting the field with my friend Andy. It's always a lot of fun to give him a little bit of grief. As far as the dogs went, we had Pickett, Rommel, and Lucy. They were hunting in varied grass, sorghum, kind of open fields, and really performing well. We worked through the field with no flushes. The dogs were hot, and it was only a matter of time. The birds held tight till right at the end of the field, and then they began to pop up. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Here. We just had a bunch of birds flush up to our left, and they all went down right along a ditch over there by the irrigation. So we're gonna actually push through the area where they went up because we think there's gonna be some roosters in there. So kind of a modified plan of what we were doing. Got him. Yep. Oh man, did I hit that one?
I seen that one that flew off too.
No, there wasn't. No, we edited those out. I hit everything I shot at.
Okay.
I only shot twice. So, tally is 2 roosters, One lost hat, one lost glove. So I guess it's 2-2, birds versus people. We worked in multiple fields with varying cover. Our guide and judge were assigned certain farms. I would guess during the hunt that we covered thousands of acres where we had access to. Clayton, you get that one? Nice shot. I can't tell what it is. Rooster. It was time for lunch and a chance for the real stars of the show to take a much needed break. Stay tuned for more high-flying adventures coming up on Cabela's Sporting Dog Adventures. And now it's time for What's Cooking with Kate, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Welcome back to What's Cooking with Kate. Kate, we're gonna do a pheasant dish.
We are. We are going to make a pheasant wrap. Obviously people make a lot of different things with pheasant, like poppers and chili and things like that, but I thought let's make something that's more lunch friendly or even like a light dinner.
Step one, about approximately how much meat do we need?
About a pound. You need to end up with, say, about a cupful for each wrap.
Okay, so we're going to put in our olive oil and we'll put our meat in. And what we did now, we julienned it and cut it in strips and then chunked it basically so that we've got smaller pieces, correct?
Mm-hmm. You're putting it into a wrap with some veggies and cheese and sauce and things like that, so you want it to be something that's not gonna obviously be too much for a bite.
All right, so we got our meat cooking. We got to put some seasoning on.
I'm gonna go with sort of just a generic garlic herb type of flavor palette and some parsley. And again, I just pretty much cook by sight, taste. So I'm just kind of going by what I think will approximately taste good.
Right now we're at about a medium heat. So we're just looking to basically cook this through, correct?
Yep. So here's a little paprika. The two cheese flavors that I chose, I just went with a provolone, which is just, got a nice milky, creamy, rich flavor. It's very neutral. And then pepper jack. So they're just gonna basically simmer, and while they do that and finish up, we're just gonna make sort of a sauce, I guess you could call it, for the wrap. Very, very simple. We're just gonna use some basic regular mayonnaise and a brown mustard, the type with like a horseradish in it. We're just gonna basically cover the tortilla with it with a very thin layer. You don't need much. And then you just line it with your cheese.
We'll go with pepper jack.
We'll go with pepper jack, all right. And then after that, we're just gonna have our cold ingredients, and all I chose to do was use like a diced lettuce. This is just plain old iceberg lettuce. If you wanted to make it healthier, again, you could use something with a more variety of dark greens. And last but not least, we're gonna add our beautiful pheasant.
All right, how much do we want to put in here?
Not much more than what you see as far as the cold vegetable goes. So just maybe one more little spoonful. Yeah, otherwise it won't wrap shut either, so that's probably good. And the nice thing about it too really is it's the ease of it and the level of variety.
Excellent food. Thanks for stopping by with What's Cooking with Kate.
And now back to the hunt.
Well, we got a little spot we're gonna push here. We're trying a different strategy. Birds are really wily on us, and we are going to walk up to it as opposed to park right by it. I've done that a lot of times where you park right where you're gonna hunt and you end up busting all your birds out or they run on you. So this way we park down the road a little bit. Now we're gonna hook up, get in here, and hopefully get into them. Rooster! Here. Hold. Drop. Point right there. Good shot, buddy. Atta girl. Come here. Hey, come over here. Hey, I'm over here. Drop. Nice shot, Clayton. Hold you. Right there. The next part of the hunt was what upland dreams are made of. I can tell you this action, the amount of birds, rivaled any hunt I've ever been on. And Rooster. about that shot? Man, that was intense. We had birds cranking everywhere. Cole got a couple. That was awesome. And now it's time for this week's Conservation Corner, brought to you by Vanishing Paradise.
The Mississippi River Delta and its warm marshes support as many as 10 million ducks and geese every year. Unfortunately, this area loses a football field of land every hour. This is a loss to waterfowl hunters across the country. No matter where you live, some of your ducks winter along the Gulf and in the Delta. So this wetlands loss could affect hunting nationwide. Thankfully, restoration experts and coastal scientists have created a plan for the Mississippi River Delta to rebuild marsh and protect its coast. The National Wildlife Federation is working with our partners to support those efforts and rebuild that land that has been lost. Sportsmen across the country need to get behind these efforts. Go to vanishingparadise.org/sportingdog to learn more.
Coming up on Cabela's Sporting Dog Adventures, we finish up our Kansas Governor's Ringneck Classic hunt from Scott City, Kansas. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for a chance to win a puppy just like this little guy from Soggy Acres Retrievers and a bunch of other great prizes from our sponsors. This product review is brought to you by these fine sponsors. The world of home safety and home security just got better. Liberty Safe has come out with a handgun vault. And we just get out of the box, we're going to go through setup and show you what a great product this is. Having a home out in the country, home security is important to me. I want to have a handgun handy and present, but I also want it to be secure. The Liberty Safe HDX 250 now gives me a great opportunity to use something that doesn't just use a touchpad, but actually uses my fingerprint to allow me access into the safe. The first step since getting the unit out of the box is to locate the keys, put the keys in, and open the door. The next thing we're going to do is reset the actual memory for the fingerprints so that we can then digitally store up to 15 of our own fingerprints. There's a button inside. You push the button till the green, yellow, and red lights all blink really fast together. Now the memory is cleared and there are no fingerprints stored. Hold the button until the green and yellow lights show. It's going to blink with a yellow light while the green is solid, and that is when we can put our first fingerprint in. Now it's going to ask you to put your fingerprint in probably up to about 5 times. After the 5th time, it's going to blink green, and now our fingerprint is stored and we're ready to use our box. Take your home security to the next level with the Liberty Safe HDX 250 Smart Vault. It's really easy to set up and you can put it anywhere you want in your house. We're on one of our last pushes. We've got quite a few birds down. We're going to hit some corn stubble and we're taking that into a tree fence row up here. And it's where we found the birds lately. It seems like they're grouping in there because the wind's up. But we got to go. Let's go, dogs. Field after field, we put up birds and we continued knocking them down.
Touch it here, Lucy. Touch it here. That's a girl. Give.
You hit that one. All right. We'll go get that one in a minute. Nice shot, Clayton. Nice shot. Hip. Ear. Unmuck now. Let's go. The last push was kind of crazy. We got 4 more birds. We need 2 more and we're done. Kansas. Crazy. We hit 4 p.m. and we were short a couple of birds. But the day was a lot of fun and my entire team was all smiles. You know, I think that after people watch this episode, the hunt we had one time where we had probably 150 birds, 200 birds boil out of a spot. People will realize that Kansas is truly one of the top upland destinations in our country.
You know, annually it ranks about 3rd in terms of harvest behind the 2 Dakotas. And we're proud of that fact. And we really want to make sure that folks know that we've got liberal limits, that we've got a long hunting season. You can buy 1 license and it's good for the entire season rather than just a period of time. And so it really is a good value. We've got a tremendous amount of walk-in hunting, so you don't even have to know someone per se to be able to hunt. Literally tens of thousands of acres of good upland habitat. So it's a value and it's a good opportunity.
We're at 4 o'clock. We had a couple go down we couldn't find, and I think we missed 1 or 2. Kansas Governor's Ringneck Classic. You guys are volunteers. Everyone that runs this is volunteers. Department of Tourism helps out. It's a great event. If you guys want to come out to something really fun, or if you just want to come out for an upland hunt, come out to the state of Kansas. We're in Northwest Kansas. We're near Scott City and Healy. We had a great hunt. Thank you guys. Next week on Cabela's Sporting Dog Adventures, we travel to Northeast Montana for a mule deer hunt with Milk River Outfitters. Rugged, physically demanding terrain, some great encounters, and a wild ending are all part of our hunt next week on Cabela's Sporting Dog Adventures.
He's gonna come. That's the big one. He's running right to it.
Closed captioning provided by Hadel's Game Calls.
Why should you get a puppy from Soggy Acres Retrievers? Because they're great hunters in the field.
Soggy Acres puppies have great temperaments and they'll also become your best friend.
And the number one reason, they're cutie pies.
You know, I'm pretty proud of having a dad bod. I heard about this new phenomenon, and the best part about it was, I knew I had to do more. So I went and ate a piece of cake.
Sporting Dog Adventures, run, boy, run. Everything you need is here under the sun. Everything you need is here under the sun.
What? What? And a wild what?